Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a great looking rack, looks jolly close to a bingo, but do I have one? I'm not seeing a 7, but opponent has provided a lot of floaters, so anything with the F, and I'm immediately drawn to ing as an ending, but that may not be particularly useful, so I'm not seeing anything with the F. What about the U? No. M. I think it's malaxing, not malating. I. Ignacia doesn't take an L. E. Alginate. Fantastic. That'll do. Gets doubled. And, well, a far less useful rack, but not totally disastrous. I don't think there's a bingo here, and it's very unbalanced with only one vowel. However, no duplicates, and there is a little bit of synergy here. I've got C and H and C and K. And plenty of floating vowels on the board. Oh, wow. Great bingo by opponent. So I've got duck as a component part of a word with SHT. Don't think that makes the obvious word with a Y. Not seeing anything with an A. Wow, all these vowels, everything apart from an E. And I'm not seeing a bingo. So, what am I going to do? I can get rid of all my big tiles with Hock. And Hock takes an S in front, which I've got. Now, Hick and Hack are also good. But I think Hock scores the most. Although it would score the same in row M. However, Hick takes a lot more front hooks, and I don't want to provide too many scoring spots for opponents. So is this the play? I've also got the out prefix, but no more vowels. I'm going with this. Oh, wow. All consonants. What a shame. I trail by 8. Certainly can't make use of the G in the bottom row. I do have duplicate S, so I can burn one of the S's fairly cheaply. So I could play stung. 12 points, good grief. Keeping DST, nothing to write home about. So I have stud and hock, which stays available. Let me see what this scores. 24 points keeping GST. Well, certainly better than changing. I'd rather play off the G than the D, so is there anywhere for gust or guts? I have guts and goils, but that's not going to score as much as stud. Stug, not good. Okay, I am going with stud. In keeping the G, I note that there are I's and N's on the board, which could provide ing endings. Stud for 24. Wow, I draw the first blank. Only one vowel, but the blank could be a vowel, and there are vowels on the board. So, great, just 14 for opponent. Waste bag, not good. I feel if there is a bingo here, it's likely to be two small words together, like waste bag, rather than a suffix or prefix. So I do have, having said that, I do have ing with I or N and using the blank. What about bat's wing? What about it? Is it good? If it is, it plays here. Let's see. And it's good. Amazing. Fantastic. And that would also have played through the eye, but I think for the same score. Now, look at this for a pickup of 7 random tiles. Looks fairly handy. Not seeing a 7. Toroidal if an A were an O. So this could be a tricky rack if there's no bingo because no scoring tiles. So what about the floating consonants? How about the L? No. What about the G? Dogtail doesn't even get doubled, and it's not a bingo. Great, just 13 for opponent. I lead. T, no. What else have we got? B. Could end boats. Not seeing anything. Okay, I think I've convinced myself there is no bingo here. I guess the R is available in second place. No, I have the oid ending with atal. No. Okay, so how to sort this rack out, and can I get value from any of the scoring tiles on the board? Goyle only takes an S. Likewise with shock. K takes an O in front, so I could play Oda. 14 points. Tempting opponent to play in row K for not very much. This rack leave is enhanced by the G, again because of ing words, but only 14 points. Not sure if Batswing takes an S. What about playing Ado here? 22 points, that looks a lot handier. I am taking out the ing ending, but I think the score justifies that. Now, can I score any more in this spot? Let me just take this back. What about a play here? So it would be A or O. No, not seeing anything particularly great there. So I'm going with a do for 22. Well, this is not a bingo. Either a 7 or an 8. But I have a couple of scoring tiles. Oh, wow, fantastic bingo by opponent. I'm close to bald pate, but I don't have that. Neither my B or P goes underneath the E. I'd like to play off B with P. I could play BAP, but that doesn't score very much. I do trail. So what to do here? I'd like to play off something like blip. I can do that here. And this is quite nice. It stops the opponent scoring big in row O. It sorts my rack out the best I can, although it does provide a good X spot. And although it's taking out 3 useful floaters, it is providing 2 bingo lanes, so it's not closing the board down. 18 points, nothing fantastic. What about blip and pat? 21, 3 more points. I'm minded to do that. If opponent does bingo, it won't be the end of the game. There'll still be lanes. I'm going with this. Wow, and I draw the X, but again, a non-balanced rack, just 5 points between us. I have X and X, but I can't extend it to get tripled. Through an A, I would have hand axe. Might be worth considering given how many consonants I've got, and that would get the X doubled. Any other? Oh, wow, 106 points. Ouch. An opponent would not have had a bingo if I'd played blips. And I did that for about 5 extra points. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So my situation now looks bleak. I trail by over 100. Quarries doesn't take anything. I do have axe, but that leaves me with 5 consonants. Just wondering about playing off some consonants, scoring decently. I've still got this X and Z spot. So, yeah, I'm going with this. Interesting. This looks quite handy. Don't think there is a bingo here. I think it's trioxide, which doesn't use an A, but it does feel close to a bingo. And if I do now play AX next to quarries, I'll be leaving a decent 5-letter set. And Axe also plays in row B and in row O, so plenty of options. And I have docks in row O, leaving AIRT. So this game is not over. There are quite a few bingo lanes still on the board, and docks isn't going to kill any of them. Right, nice bingo by opponents. Back-to-back bingos. 3 back-to-back bingos, so absolutely superb bingoing from opponents. And I feel this game is probably out of reach. Only 12 tiles in the bag. No new super hot X spots. XE not good, but I do have docks for 41. I draw the Z, no bingo here. I would have frizzanti through a Z and an N. That's not going to happen. But ZE is good. IL isn't, otherwise I would have Tiz. FI not good. Okay, opponent wisely takes out that hot Z spot. Nothing goes in front of C, so I can't get my Z doubled twice. 6 tiles left. So why don't I play Fritz here? 54 points. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything better than this. So I have Melia. Hunt only takes an S in front. What about the floaters A, L? Just A and L, both of which duplicate tiles on my rack. Not seeing a bingo through either of those. What about A and D? No. I would have remailed if it was just a D. L and O, unlikely. G and C, unlikely. 28 for opponent, no new bingo lane. 10 minutes on my clock, 15 on opponents. Now, am I sure there's no 7-letter lane for Melia? No, and I don't have an O for going in front of K. What goes after Pina? Nothing I've got, so row J, not a bingo lane. No, and I can see what opponents got. So what I'm looking to do is to go out in 2 and score as well as I can. 9 minutes on my clock. Now, opponents got job and jab, top left. Should I be taking that out? And opponent has got Ouija down from the O, and I can't block both of those. And they both score about the same, so I might as well forget about that. 8 minutes on my clock. Just wondering if I've got an IER word. Gosh, I don't think I do. Nothing goes in front of V. So pretty slim pickings here. Only an S goes after alginate. I'm really struggling to see how I can get any value from this M. So what about doing MIB? Am I going to go out with this rack? Lari. I have Galère. Okay, I think I probably will be able to go out with this rack, so I'm playing MIB. I don't think re-lead is good. So it's just Galère at the moment. So I will be able to score, but not go out with Lear, should Galère be blocked. I have Mila, which I think is good, although I may be confusing that with Melia. Okay, so 32 for opponents. I do have Galère for 16. And the final score, 426 to me, 529 for opponent, a winning margin of 103 points, so well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, brutal stuff. 3 back-to-back bingos. Now, it was opponent to go first, played Fumia. And I have Alginate, which scores 80. Its anagram, a gentle for 20 less. Fantastic bingo by opponent, favouring. No bingo for me. N2 Dunch, that's nice, getting the H tripled. What do? I play Hook for 26. Yeah, so Dunch would have been better. Opponent's rack plays Goyle. And now I have Stud for 24, and that looks fine. Opponent struggling a bit with vowels, plays Nay. And now I have Bat Swing in a couple of spots, this row and the one above it. And that was the only bingo with that rack. And I lead. Opponent plays OE. So at this point, I lead, I'm on turn, my rack is close to a bingo. I don't have one. I play a do, D3. I could have played Aida for 26. I don't think there's much between those. And here we go. This is the start of opponent's roll. They have Evenest, which was a great spot. The only bingo playable. My rack. H12. Nice. Patable coming down onto the E for 28. Instead, I played Blip for only 7 fewer points. Probably not a huge difference between those, but in reality, a big difference because there is only one bingo available for opponent, and it's game-changing, 106 points, so I'm in trouble. O10, racks. Okay, keeping 4 consonants. I play Hunt for 6 fewer points. There are X spots available around the board, and this is taking out a spot where opponent may play. As it happens, opponent has drawn not too shabbily for 7 random tiles and has 10 million bingos. So I feel the game is beyond me now. I trail by 150 with only 12 tiles in the bag. I played Docks for 41, keeping rate. I think these top two moves are similar because Airt is a better rack lead than ADI. Now opponent slowing down a bit with Pina. And I have Fritz for 54. Horrible rack for opponent. Not that they will mind. Plays Oi. And phew, no missed bingo here. And there is an IER word in row K, Elmia. I would have played that if I'd seen it. I play Mib for 21. Opponent plays Jow. And I played Galère for 16, and there were some other outs because Leela good and Mila is good, so opponent couldn't have blocked all my outs. And that was the end of the game. So, what a game. Absolutely amazing stuff. I felt that I was in the box seat with a lead on turn and a rack which was close to a bingo, but opponent then slams down 3 back-to-back bingos, including a 100-point Q play, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, absolutely brutal stuff. Well done to opponent once again on their victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.